Welcome back to Brazen Brits. Well, today we did a thing. Ta-da! We have started building out the dog crates in the back of the van. This is OP. First time he's been in here, but anyway, let's start from the beginning because there's a few things about this that I want to explain so you can see the building process, and then we had some other ideas. So let's roll the intro and then we'll go right back to the beginning when we start.
It really makes me wonder. Ooh, it makes me wonder.
We have some decisions to make, Natalie, because I have a box of these hinges that I bought years ago. Problem is we need to build a dog door in the van, and these hinges are like overlay hinges for smaller bits, but we kind of want 2x4 as the frame of the door. So this is going to overlap instead of being inlaid. So this is one of those choices where the box of these things are like 30-40 bucks, and I already have a box, so I don't want to have to go and buy another box of the flush ones. Or there's a lot of other ways we can do this. So come on. So this hinge goes in there, and the bit of wood is overlaid here, so that hinge will be inside this wood and it will overlap there.
Okay.
Which means that this will kind of be like this. We can fill that bit in.
Oh, okay. Why do we have to use 2x4? Why can't we use something thinner?
Because I don't want the door to warp. This is the problem I had when I tried making cabinets before. I don't have any footage of that, it was way before YouTube, but they bowed, especially a door this size. I couldn't strengthen it properly.
Okay.
And I ended up having to put like corner bits on, and it was a nightmare. And seeing as this is a door to keep the dogs in, I want it secure so that if we have the door open here and they want to, you know, he can be forceful. If he wants to go somewhere, he can. So I want it strong.
Okay.
So I don't know. This is a kind of make it work with what we've got. Or do it properly and buy all the props. Okay, let me put this hinge on. I'll put this hinge in here and then we can connect it to here and you can see what it looks like.
Thank you. Okay, so I just want to take you back though. Originally, I just wanted to put 2 crates in here. So, if you can see this crate is tiny compared to the space that she has. So I was going to put just normal crates in either side. However, on Opie's side, I don't have a crate to fit and it's a very bespoke size. So we kind of went back to the drawing board of what materials and things to use to build out these crates. Lawrence had a genius idea, which I will show you in a bit. I missed that, Lawrence, but you just admitted you should have done that outside.
Yes, I should have done it outside. Bear in mind, it's got one hinge, right? So I'll go like that. Problem is, we can't really put another one here because we need access there. I don't think I like it.
I don't like it. Okay, I'm glad you said that.
So next day, I don't remember where we finished yesterday because our entire plan of the day went wrong. So we weren't happy with those hinges. We were going to go down to Ace Hardware to see what other options there were. And as we closed our garage door, I don't know if you can see this from the angle, but this bracket snapped off the garage door and it slammed down. Luckily, it didn't break anything else and there was nothing in the way. But we then had to figure out a solution for this because this actual metal bracket was bent a bit. So anyway, we spent all afternoon rebending this back into place. Luckily, we were going to Ace anyway to buy some stuff, so I just re-screwed it in with bigger bolts. And actually, I used bolts rather than self-tapping screws. So that's why it's the next day. But we also got, follow me. We also got a different hinge. Now, I think this was about 10 bucks or 12 bucks.
18.
I thought the long one was 18.
I think. Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah. So anyway, it was under $18. And I think this is more for like a bench kind of thing or like a little door. But we're going to try it. It's a little bit flimsy, but I think once it's on, so that will go on here. I've cut a couple of bits of wood as the example frame. I don't know if I want them that way or that way. I think being this way will give OP
More room.
but I don't know, we can talk about that in a second. So what I'm going to do, screw these on here. I'm going to pocket screw the squareness on here, and then really that should be it. And then we'll see how well it works.
I've already noticed though that the middle bit is falling out of that hinge. How do you stop that?
Yeah, I don't know.
Oh.
It's just how it's made. I could put a bit of hot glue on the end.
Okay, yeah.
I've got a hot glue gun, so I can just put that. But yeah, you're right. It does. After a while, it kind of flicks down.
Okay.
All right.
Let's give it a go.
Let's go.
Looks good.
Just need the top bit, and then we need to cut down. We need to drill some holes and put the gel bars in.
Yep.
So
Surely put them in first and then slot the thing on top.
Yeah, I need to measure
gel bars.
to make sure we get the gel bars in right, and then get the top bit and basically duplicate that. Cut these down. Don't know what I'm going to use for that. And then, yeah.
So I finished my little speech earlier by saying that I'll show you Lawrence's genius plan, but then obviously our garage door broke and everything went tits up. So this is Lawrence's genius plan. Now we had talked about different materials to use on the side of the crate, and I just wanted black welded wire, but we couldn't seem to find any that was just not rolled up.
Yeah, it all looked like farm stuff. And
yeah.
We wanted something a little bit nicer than that.
A little bit fancier. So then we saw some ski sticks, and we were going to go with those because we found
the snow sticks. The sticks you put in the snow when
sorry, not ski sticks.
To line your driveway.
Yeah. So
they're like $2 each.
Yeah, but they were a little bit bendy.
They're a little bit crap.
And then you sent me these, which are fencing.
They're called balustrades. They're the things that, you know, when you have a deck and you have a fence on a deck.
Yeah.
These are the things that go.
Balusters.
A banister's a top bit, isn't it? Whatever. There is a word
Struts.
for it. Yeah, and so these all just line up. And that's basically what we want.
And it was a good price.
Yeah, they were like, it was like 50 for like $70 or something.
Yes, so we can do all around the crates in them. So yes, that was the genius plan.
Yeah, it's working though, I think. I think it will look nice as well.
I think it will
I
look
mean,
nice.
we might need to paint the wood.
I was about to say, are we painting the wood?
Yeah, I don't want to paint it white though, because they're dog crates. It's going to get dirty immediately.
That's true.
But light white makes it look quite nice. So anyway, we'll worry about the painting afterwards. We're just trying to get the actual frames in. So all I need to do is just drill a hole in the bottom of this, and then cut another bit the same as that, and then put another one on top, and we're done. Then put the hinge on.
Job's a good
4 times.
Well,
good. If we have another one there, it's fine, but it needs to go a bit deeper, I think. Maybe it's 0.75.
don't get too close. Last time you cut metal, it was a disaster.
Well, this probably will be too. So I don't really know how to cut these. I've got like manual hacksaws, I've got a jigsaw. I don't have a bandsaw, which would be probably the best option. I do have my saw here, but it does have a wood blade on, but the blade needs changed anyway. So I think I'm just going to try and cut this. It's just very thin aluminium. So I'm going to cut a little bit off the edge. I don't even know, I just don't want to bend this is the problem, or dent it. So I want to see if it will cut through.
Yeah, it doesn't matter if it looks crappy because it's going to be up in the whoop thing anyway.
I am going to get some glasses though.
Yeah, you should. It worked.
Perfect. All right, we'll do that.
Yeah, spot on. Be that size.
do. It's not coming out.
Nice.
Now, have I built this square?
Moment of
Probably
truth.
not. I think that'll work.
That's close enough. It's got a nice gap around it.
It'll do for now. Now, do you want this darker bit of wood at the top or the bottom?
Well, we're going to paint it, so it doesn't matter.
Okay. Come on.
You didn't glue the bottom.
Oh, yeah. Right, we've only put a screw at the top and the bottom of the hinge, but I mean it suits you perfectly, Natalie. Can you open it?
Behind bars.
Opens
I just
nice.
have to let go. Look. That's wonderful.
Perfect. Just have to do 3 more now. Then we're going to buy some latches for here to go across, so Natalie's figuring that out. That's pretty good. And actually, the other hinges we have, they're kind of like cabinet hinges, so they force open or closed, whereas this is, you could have this like halfway, or
Yeah.
it's quite nice just not having that
Restriction.
We need a little bit down the side there just so it hits,
Stopper.
but yeah, stopper, but it's pretty good. This has worked out well.
It has, yeah.
Cost us like $10 for this. Oh no, 15, 20 bucks probably because of the hinge.
Ah, yeah. That one went way off. That was like, no. That was a nice one.
Natalie's so mad at me right now. We we were using a hole saw bit that I had from our friend Stuart, who's been on the channel. He's moved to the UK now, or moved back to the UK from Canada, but was in the US for a while. It was good. It was just kind of burning through it though. So I sent Natalie out, or Natalie offered to go out and buy a bit like this. I can never remember the name of them. They're more for cabinet making, but I needed a thinner one. Anyway, so she went there and she got there and she said, wait, just check what size it is. So I checked my Amazon history for these poles and realised that they actually come with exactly the bit that I need. So Natalie's at Harbour Freight right now. She's not happy with me. Right, Natalie is back, and she's angry at me still, but we have built the door from the other side, so she should be happy with that. We're just going to see if it fits, because we literally just copied the door this side, which should be fine. Yeah, that's fine. Plenty of space for the hinge.
Yeah.
So, yoink. Oh, Opie, look at your prison cell.
We have a slight issue.
What? Oh, shit.
You see it?
Oh, no. So I don't know if you noticed, but there is, where we built the kitchen, can you just point to it, Natalie? The door there. But we were just thinking about it, and actually there is plenty of space in here that we could open the door on the inside as it is now, instead of opening out into the van. Which means that if we ever want Opie just to have a place where he can sit down, we can have, we don't have the door in the way every time we do it. So I think this is a positive.
I agree. I think, like
And-
I say, there'll be more than enough room for him to get
Oh,
out
yeah.
of the way. for
Yeah,
us
you could
to-
get, this is huge, you could get 2 Opies in here, but the reason we've made it huge is because if we don't have the dogs with us, this is going to be Natalie's dog van, but we are going to go away with this, and we may or may not take the dogs. So it means that we can actually put storage stuff in here. For example, like the RV United Rally next year, we probably won't take the dogs, but we can have storage space and stuff.
And you could put a kayak through here.
Yeah, you could even put a kayak all the way through because it opens all the way up.
I have a kayak.
Well, it's in.
We just discovered a slight flaw, though.
Yes. We had to put the hinge on backwards because obviously it's not opening this way. So I don't know if you can see it from that side.
Yeah.
It works.
It
but
does.
It's not how the hinge is meant to be, but it's fine. The only other thing I don't really like is this big gap down here. That's just cosmetic, really. we can put we can't put a stop on it. I mean, we have this as the stop.
Yeah.
So, and then we'll have a little lock in here, but I think it's fine.
That's not the floor though, is it?
What?
That's not the floor that I was talking about.
Oh, you mean the bed?
Yes.
Oh yeah, so we didn't think that if there's obviously going to be bedding in here, then
We're gonna
that's
have
going to
to.
get caught.
Yeah.
So the only options we could really use is to lift the door up and shorten it, which isn't a big deal. Or we just put Opie's bed over there. I mean, this space is huge.
It
He curls
is,
up over
yeah.
there. So if we just have all the bedding at the back.
Yeah.
Let's face it, most of the time we're going to take him out this way anyway.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's fine.
We'll
I
figure
think
it out.
we'll leave it as it is. If it really starts to piss us off, then we'll change it going forward. But it's not a big deal just to cut this a bit.
Yeah.
And we can put a board here or something. So.
Yeah, I agree. Nice work.
Nice. So we have run out of equipment, and it's so hot. So there's a few things we haven't got this finished for this video because this goes out tomorrow, and I have to go and edit it.
And we squirreled. The garage door
did.
broke, which they know about, and then we had to respray the grill. So
Yeah, we have a Blackstone that's just rusted, so we scraped it all down and repainted it. Don't know why we thought that was a priority, but anyway, Opie loves it, obviously, because he's got a Kong with peanut butter in it, but it's a great size, so I think the size is perfect.
yes.
Right, we've got these latches. Luckily the latches are solid, so when we're going down the road it won't clank around too much, so I'm happy about that. And then let's get Opie inside so that I can show them some of the other features that we've
Installed.
hidden features. So we've got the latches on, opens right up. The only thing I'm not that happy about, Natalie, which I didn't think about, is when the door is shut. I mean, this is enough space for Opie to get out, so you don't have to open both doors.
True.
But if we thought about it,
We should have made it central with a
could've-
door.
Yeah, maybe, but then we lose this storage space here, so I'm not too worried. It works. But anyway, so we have this. We are waiting for the latches for the inside door. You know about this already if you've been watching the video. So this opens this way. So there's a couple of other things that we're waiting for as well, and I'll show you with this. So this is a panel, but if you pull this out, there is another latch down here as well. Then you can take this out completely, so that this will essentially be a huge crate. So if anyone, I don't know, I'm not building this for someone else, but it means that if you just have Opie, or we just have Opie, he can have all this space. And then you just slide it back round, slide it in. If I can get it. I'm waiting for another latch to come as well.
Yeah, I was
so-
going to say, it's not quite
Anyway.
finished yet.
So anyway, then it just latches in, so it's kind of there. So we need another latch for this, and we're going to do the same with this side. So this is just placed here, but we'll have some latches so that we can take this out. That means that if we don't have the dogs and we want much more storage space, then we have all this area, plus we can easily get to the water. So I like to call it modular. So I think that's going to work really well. So the things that we're missing are a bunch of latches and things, and then
We had to decide though on latches. That was the main problem
Yeah.
because I wanted a slide latch, but you discovered pretty quickly that that would rattle going down the road.
yeah, we had to think about what's going to make noise going down the road, and we're trying to minimise it as much as we can. We're always
Yes.
going to get something, but this is pretty tight. You can hear it if you really push.
Yeah.
But the like gate latches, they were just clank.
Clang. Yeah.
So there's a few things we need to do here. We're probably not going to do a video on this because it's much of the same as you've already seen. So we're going to have a door back there. This is a decision. We didn't want it to open outwards, or we did want it to open outwards, but it takes up so much space of the van, so it will open inwards. And then here, I think we're just going to have a little door there. Twix is only small, so she can squeeze through anything. A little door here, and then have this blocked off. This is the factory AC unit. So yeah, that's about it. Much of the same stuff. So we'll give you an update in one future video. We won't video the whole thing. There's one other thing that I'm going to do that I may do a video on. It'll only be a short one, but I think it's going to be a cool idea. And I literally ordered the parts for it about 10 minutes ago. So yeah, that should arrive this week. So maybe next weekend. Well, thank you for watching. If there is any tips or any other ideas that you have before we finish it, that's the good thing about being so bad at this stuff, that we don't finish it for the videos, is that people can be like, you know what you should do? Because normally we do this and you guys have such cool ideas and we finished it by that point. So now we're halfway through, so any cool ideas, don't wait until we've finished. If you can tell me now so that I can incorporate it.
Yeah, well, it's a bit
That'd
like
be
the
cool.
AC thing. You didn't die-core it, and we got huge feedback from everyone.
Yeah.
Don't do the die-core. So thank you, everyone.
And also, if you watch the AC video, everyone said that foam should be on the top, which I completely agree. However, the instructions do not say that.
Oh, interesting.
So yeah, I'm not sure about that. But I'm going to have to take it off again when we do the roof, so I will double check to see if I've screwed anything up. Anyway, thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, hit the bell button so that you get notified when we upload new videos. And Natalie loves it when you hit the thanks button, and some of you do.
I do. I always appreciate it. Makes
It
me
is
smile.
nice. Yeah, we treat ourselves to a Starbucks when you do that. I don't know. Now no one's going to click on it. But
Yeah.
anyway, thank you so much, and thank you to everyone below for being a channel member. If you'd like to become a channel member, see some outtakes and things, little videos that we upload on there, then please hit the join button. What did I forget?
I think you got it all.
Okay, all right. We will see you next week, or maybe the week after.